In Israel, there are about 7,000 kids with Down syndrome, children who have special needs and require special attention. For many families, it is a difficult journey of acceptance and of learning how to cope and be happy with the cards that were handed to them. This is why Jewish organizations were created here in order to assist.
When you get the news that you have a Down syndrome child, a few things happen. First of all, you can't believe it. You're in total shock and denial. It's something that's sort of like a bomb that fell on your head. And somehow Yad Halev knows how to get to families and to give them the support that they initially need to receive the news and to know what to do with their new life situation.
There were times in history when children with Down syndrome were considered flawed and treated as abnormal. But today, in the Haredi ultra-Orthodox world, those kind of misconceptions no longer exist.
Today in the Haredi sector, there is even respect for these children. We have a very, very big rabbi by the name of the Hazan Ish, that when a Down child came into the room, he stood up for him because he said, this is a very special kind of a neshama. This is a very special kind of a soul. So not only is there an awareness, there's also a respect.
Every year, about 120 kids are born with Down syndrome in Israel, with a large percentage of them belonging to the ultra-Orthodox community. And as in many other religious communities, abortions are frowned upon in the Jewish faith.
We don't believe in abortions. If it could be avoided, we believe it's murder. So the place that Yad Halev plays in a Haredi sector when a family has a child like this and there is a support group and there's somebody to talk to.
To have a child with Down syndrome, I, for example, had no problem taking the child home and loving him. Which wasn't the case with many other children, but nevertheless, you need a lot of physical strength and emotional strength.
I've been there. My son is 21 years old. To me, I couldn't see myself living today without him, even though once it was like the blackest thing that could have happened to me. Only on my enemies. Today, I'm so thankful to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that I have this precious, precious person who lives in my house, who I have so much love for him, and the parents who are informed that such a child is being born into their home, hears people like us from all our heart tell them we love them.
During this period in Israel, summer camps for children with special needs are put together in order to allow the kids to have fun and feel like all the others around them.
It's very important for a child with special needs that we would be among equals, that he will be in a place where he's loved and fed.
And the activities are often designated for the parents, just the same as for their children.
The mothers get together according to age, according to boys, girls, whatever it is. They have different kinds of groups, and then we sit together. Usually there's someone there, a professional, who gives us information. And sometimes it's just the mothers themselves who get together, and we talk, and we find out all kinds of things. But, the parents are able to say, dentistry, independence, how do you do this, how do you toilet train, how do you get the children to be more independent? There's all kinds of things. And we work as one big family.
This holiday that we're having now also gives us strength, also puts us on our feet again. And it's very important because it gives mothers one another ability to speak to one another, to exchange information, to exchange ideas, to give strength to each other, which is also very important.
In a beautiful place like this, with delicious food, with interesting programs, with simply being spoiled, it's very, very important to give to yourself, because if you don't give to yourself, you can't give to others.
These days, there are tests to detect Down syndrome, but for the many ultra-Orthodox Haredi families who often do not take the tests, and even once they do, choose to have the baby anyhow, these types of associations that assist are vital. For JN1, I'm Sivan Raviv, Israel.